Hello friends, you're with the Lonesome Gamer, and I'm playing Memoir 44. And this is actually the second part of a series, and I'm playing Operation Cobra, that one here, and it's an operation from the base game, the mission number 8. I already played with the Allied forces. It was a 2-video playthrough, and I lost. I lost very, very close, extremely close, but I lost against the, well, half AI, I would say. I mean, there are many decisions that I also make for the game, but it's a little bit of an AI. And now I wanted to change sides, and I want to show, I want to see if I can do it with the Axis, or if the AI is also gonna beat me here. So the goal of the Allies stays, of course, the same. We have these 2 villages here, these, and basically they want to conquer these villages, to control them. That would give them a medal, one of these, and they want to kill me. That's always a good thing. And the condition of victory is 5 medals. So for each destroyed unit, they will gain a medal, and for controlling one of these villages, they will also gain a medal. And I will only gain medals for destroying his units. Now, when the AI played the Axis, the scenario actually gives the Axis 4 command cards. And my rule now, my solitaire rules now say that the game can draw each turn half the number of command cards rounded up. So that means as the Axis, the game was allowed to draw 2 command cards each turn, choose the better, discard the other, and then draw 2 new ones in the following turn. Now the Allied player, he's allowed to take 5 command cards in this scenario. So that means in my solo game he can draw now 3 cards each turn, choose 1, discard the other 2 ones, and then in the following turn draw 3 new ones. And I'm allowed to have my 4 command cards here. Okay, so let's start. The Allied player will actually start, and well, as we have seen in the last game, this is a pretty weak position here because they are already in range of these 2 units. The tanks can be very deadly. Also from this great range. So it might be a good idea to move into the village or into the woods to get these guys out of range somehow. On the other hand, it might be an important goal for the beginning to control this middle hedgerows here, because that's a pretty important strategical point, I guess. Well, okay, let's see what they can do. They draw 3 cards, and what do we have? Well, that is an armor assault, which is not very useful in this case. That would be a probe. And remember, because it's from this side always, it's the other side round, because the guy is sitting opposite to me. So it means that that would allow him to activate 2 units, which is probably a good idea. He could also do this reckon and fire and activate 1 unit in each section. But I guess he's going to play the probe and activate these 2 units. And yes, and I think he's going to move with one of these guys simply here. And with the other one here. They can move up to 2 spaces. If they move 2 spaces, they cannot battle. But if they move 1 space, they usually can fire their weapons. Of course, we still have the problem that this unit is now vulnerable. And that was also something that happened in the first scenario or in the first playthrough. It was basically the same start. The Axis player then did attack that unit, but then these 2 were able to destroy the tanks. So overall, it's a pretty might be an interesting maneuver here on this side. So let's see what we got here. That's not so great. So I think it's not the best idea to attack here. We only have this card, which allows us to attack with 1 unit on that side. I guess that's not very useful. By the way, if you don't know the rules, I strongly recommend to watch the first playthrough of this mission, because there I'm going to explain the rules in detail. So I could now either use this reckon and force, which looks good. I could play the attack, which might also be a good idea. Well, I think I'm gonna play that reckon in force. I think that is pretty good. Is it? Well, we could also play the probe. Maybe that's even better. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna play the probe, issue an order to 2 units in the center, and that allows me I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring these 2 units right away into play. I think that's a good idea. So I will move with these here into the village. And then I'm going to move the tanks. This is an elite unit with 1 additional, life point, miniature, whatever you want to call that. So they can move 3 spaces. So I guess I'm going to move with the tanks over here. Okay. Fine. Okay, and then it's again the allied players. Let's see what they can do. They have these 3 cards. Well, these are not exceptionally good cards, but well, they could now use the probe, that one. Yeah, I think I'm going to play this probe here. There's no need to hurry. And that allows them to bring this unit here in a better position. So they move here. And then they can activate a second unit. And this is going to be that one. So these guys move now here. And this is it. And they can't shoot because they moved into the woods, and then you can't shoot. But even if they could, because they are in cover, they cannot. This is not an appropriate target here. Okay. So now I think this weak point, this problem of the Allied is now solved. And I'm not sure what to do now. Well, it's sad. Now I got this attack. I definitely would have needed that before. Hard to say. I'm not sure what to do now. Well, maybe it makes sense to play Reckon and Force. Okay, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna play this card here, Reckon and Force. Can activate one unit on in each area. So first I'm gonna activate these guys. I don't move them, I just shoot with them. Then I'm gonna activate these tanks here. And I guess I'm gonna move over here. That brings me in range, for example, onto these guys here or these. And finally, I guess I'm going to activate the tanks here. Now, if they move out, can they move on? I don't think so, actually. No. Oh, wait. No, when exiting, unit must stop on adjacent hex. So I guess I simply move out here. The tanks are not very useful over there, so they will leave the hedgerow here and move here. So maybe in a later turn they can move more into the center of the map. And then I'm allowed to battle with these guys. And they can roll one die on these guys. So let's see. Well, that's a miss. And then we got our tanks here, and they can attack these guys, and they are going to roll 3 dice now. As you can see here, the tank, the number of dice doesn't decrease with the range, so they can always roll 3 dice, which is pretty awesome. And that was really good. Oh, well, it was okay. 2 hits, it's definitely not bad. So the first casualties. Good. Okay, let's see what the allies get. It's interesting, we have basically now these standard command cards, no really good attacks, but these are good command cards. They have these attack cards, that's definitely strong here. They could now decide if they want to make an attack over here or in the middle, and I guess they will go for the middle here. Guess that makes sense. So well, it's a little risky. So I'm gonna move these guys over here, and they cannot batter now, but in the next turn they will pose a big threat onto these tanks here. And then I'm going to activate this unit and move here. I know there's a good chance they won't survive, but on the other hand they also can now attack the tanks, and finally these guys will also move here, and they're also going to attack the tanks. So now first I'm gonna activate these guys with 2 dice. And that is a hit. It's a grenade. So one of the tanks is lost. And then it's these guys. They're also attacking with 2 dice. Ah, damn it. So that is another tank. So that was pretty bad, and it's probably now time to retreat for this unit. Okay. So the problem is I only have this reckon card here to activate a unit in the center, and I guess I'm going to use that because I don't want to lose these tanks. So I'm going to move back with these guys, probably here 1, 2, and then 3 over here. And in the next turn, I'm allowed to draw an additional card. Oh no, I can actually do this right away. I can draw 2 cards now and then choose 1 to keep. And that's pretty good. This is the counterattack. But to be fair, I cannot use that if I'm playing solitaire. The AI could use it. But now I know what they would play, so it doesn't make any sense to use that card. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw another one, and this is again a pretty standard card. So I think I'm going to take the probe for the left area here. Well, I have a pretty bad feeling, to be honest. Let's see what happens now. Okay, so they got now a few interesting cards. This pincer move, 2 on each flank, which is probably not that great here. A probe, 2 units in the center. That's, I guess, a pretty good idea. Or they could play this one, their finest hour, and I think that's what they're gonna do. We'll roll 1 battle die for each command card you have, including this card. So because they usually would have 5 cards, it means they are allowed to roll 5 dice. For each unit symbol rolled, 1 unit of this type is ordered. For each star rolled, 1 unit of your choice is ordered. Ordered units battle with 1 additional die, reshuffle the deck and discard pile. Okay, so that's what we're doing now. So we don't want to roll a grenade this time. Oh my god, that was great. So they can choose, they got these stars, they can choose 3 units, they can activate a tank and an infantry unit. That's absolutely amazing. And they can roll an additional die. So that is really strong. Okay, so overall I can now activate 4 infantry units. That's great. And yeah, I'm gonna do that right away. I'm gonna okay, let's see. I'm not absolutely sure what to do now. I mean, I think what I definitely want to do is I want to move with these guys here and with these guys here. And that allows me to roll a lot of dice, actually. I'm not absolutely sure how many. And then I guess I want to activate this unit too. So these are 3 infantry units then. Then I'm going to activate these guys here. So that is then my 4th infantry unit. And now I can activate 1 tank unit. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, this guy is out of range of these tank units. I guess I will simply move these guys 1, 2, 3, probably here. Okay, yeah, I guess that's fine. Okay, and now we can try to make an attack onto this hedgerow here, or they can do that, and if they're lucky they can actually kill me, but they can roll an additional die. So let's see what they can do. They have now, well, let me see. Usually they would have 3 dice, because the hedgerow gives them 1 less. They have 2, but because they can roll 1 additional one, they have again 3 dice. Okay, so let's start with these guys here. Okay, that's only 1 hit. Fine. Then it's these guys. They will also attack with 3 dice. Okay, it's looking not so bad for me actually. This is also 1 hit. So at least I might be able to destroy maybe these guys if I'm lucky. And then finally, it's them. And they can now also shoot into that hedgerow. But this time it's 2 spaces away, so they are allowed to roll 2 dice. Oh, damn it, that was bad luck. So we've lost them both now, and that means that the first unit is lost, and this is the first medal for the Allies. And to me, it looks like it would not be the last one, actually. And now we got to shuffle all the stuff. Okay, I already feel like I'm in a pretty bad position, especially because I don't have any card that allows me to activate units in the center, and that's exactly where the Allied units are now launching their offensive. So that's a pretty bad situation for me. I'm going to play that attack unit here and all the 3 units on the left side. So I guess I'm going to simply activate these 3 units and I won't move. So with these guys, I'm going to shoot onto that unit here with 3 dice. Damn it, with 1 die, of course. And that's a hit at least. Not too bad. That's a grenade. And now this unit is also going to shoot on that one, also with a die. And that is a flag. So that now forces the unit to retreat 1 space. So they're going to move back here. Maybe that's not even so bad for these guys. And finally, I'm going to activate these guys and attack that unit here, also with 1 single die. And that is a hit too, or at least something. So that's a start. But it wasn't great. Well, that is a good one. That gives me some options in the center now. Very good. But now, first, the allies can do their turn. Okay, they have this move out card, which looks pretty good actually. Issue an order to 4 infantry units. Terrain movement and battle restrictions still apply. Well, I think they might do that. 4 infantry units, possibly a good idea. Okay, I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to move with these guys here into the hedgerow. And I'm not sure if that is such a great idea, actually. I mean, I could also... Nah, that doesn't work, actually. I don't know. It's not so great. Then I'm going to activate them. Try to attack these guys here. And I don't know. I'm thinking about retreating them. They're pretty weak, so I guess I'm going to move back with these. And maybe simply move forward with them 1-2 spaces. So I'm going to go here with them. Okay. It's not that amazingly strong, but it's a start. So now they will attack this unit here with 1 die, and that's a miss. Okay, so nothing happened here. I'm not happy with the situation here. Honestly, I don't really know what to do. I think maybe what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this Reckon card. I'm going to order 1 unit on that side, the tanks, and then I can draw 2 cards in the next turn, and maybe I get something better. So let's see now. These guys, they're going to move 1, 2, and 3 spaces up here. Okay. And now I can draw 2 cards. Okay, so I think well, I might do the armor assault. I think I'm gonna keep that one and throw the other one away. Okay, and then it's the allies again. Okay. So that is also not that great. This attack here applies to that side, so that will allow them to activate these units here, which is probably not that great. They could do this Reckon card here in the center, which is maybe the best they have. Or they can do a Reckon also here on the right area, which is probably not that good. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this Reckon in the center, and I guess I want to try to attack this tank unit here. And if I play this card, it allows me to draw an additional card in the next turn. This is my solo rule. The Reckon card allows the AI to draw an additional card in the next turn. So they're allowed to draw 4 cards in the next turn, which is pretty amazing. So they're now going to move 1, 2 spaces probably. And then, yeah, I think that makes sense. So they're going to move here. And then attack with 3 dice the tanks over here. Oh, damn it. So let's see. Okay, that's one hit, which sucks, and a flag. So I'm going to use this extra unit now. There is only one unit left, and then I have a flag. And I think I'm going to retreat in the forest, because that allows me to move out, and I don't have to stop. If I'm exiting the hedgerows, I will have to stop, which I don't want, actually. Okay. That's not good. This is not looking good at all, and for him it was a pretty successful reckon action. Okay, so now I guess I will do now. I'm not sure if I should do the attack, try to fight back the tanks, which is maybe the best I can do. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play the attack now and activate. Well, I will only activate 2 units, so I'm going to activate these guys and then the tanks here. I'm going to move with them here, 1 space. That allows me to attack with 3 dice. Ah, that was terrible. That's only a flag, so they got to go back here, and that was pretty bad, because if they can fight back now, they might actually destroy me. And now these guys can only roll 1 die instead of 2, and that was a miss too, so that was really a bad roll. Very bad. Okay, let's do one last round. Okay, this is the ambush, and I'm not allowed to take that in solo play as the player. Okay, well, that's a pretty good one, a general advance. So now this guy can draw 4 cards and then choose 1. 3, 4. Okay. Well, let's see, we got the probe for the center, and that looks pretty good. Order 2 units, so that would allow him again to attack my tank, and somehow I got a feeling that is the end of the tank then. And well, these guys are a little bit dangerous, but yeah, I think he's simply gonna I'm not sure. I mean, he could also use the reckon and force action. Maybe that's even better in this situation. Yeah, I guess he's gonna do that. So he activates that unit here, and they move here into the woods. They cannot battle now. And the other guys, they actually move here, attacking that tank unit. And finally, these guys here, they move into the battle, right, into the forest here. So maybe later in the game they might be useful. Okay, and then we're going to see an attack here from these tanks here onto that one. And I have a pretty bad feeling. Nope, no hit. Damn, I'm lucky. So I can retreat again, and that might give me a chance to fight back now. That's kind of funny. So I could now play the general advance, and yeah, I think okay, so I'm going to activate these 2 units, that one, and this one moves again here, attacking these guys. And I'm not so sure what to do with these tanks here. I think for now they will simply... They're not that useful, actually. Damn it. Okay. So I guess what I'm going to do is... I'm going to activate this unit to attack these guys here. And with them, I'm going to leave the village and probably simply move here. I'm not sure what else to do, and I think they are more needed in the center than over here. Okay, so let's see what kind of damage we can do now. First, let's attack the tanks with this guy here with 3 dice. Okay, that's at least 1 hit. Not that great, but it's a start. Okay. And now the soldiers here will attack with 2 dice. Yep, this is it. Fabulous. 2 hits. Awesome, we managed to kill them. Well, that was lucky. And this guy survived. I didn't expect that. So I was really lucky here, destroyed these guys. Awesome. And then these 2, they will attack here. So first let's start with this one, and they can roll 1 die because they shoot into the forest. And that's a miss, and the other one, and that's a hit. Well, that's not so bad. Okay. And then finally, these guys will attack that hedgerow here with 1 die. Okay, well, they can retreat here into the forest, so they will move back here. Well, it was a pretty good move. It was a pretty good turn, I guess. Okay, so now it's the end of that turn, and it's hard to say. I'm not sure. I think the other guy is doing better, simply because he's got more units. On the other hand, it's not going to be so easy for him. I still got these 2 tank units, and well, basically all my units are full. They are, except for that one, but all the others are in full strength. So if he now wants to move on with these guys here, then he has to face my tank units and the other ones. So this is not going to be so easy for him. Absolutely not. And this might be an interesting game, and it might take maybe a little longer than last time. So let's see. Hope to see you in my next video. Until then, bye.